Welcome back, 7th grade. It looks like everybody's got these. Mr. Carson, you do not need my permission to click on the videos or other things. If you want to change things, you may make a copy and then change them. But mine is of you only. All right, area of circles is what we're doing today. You need to remember taking square roots, or excuse me, not square roots, squaring items. 8 squared means 8 times 8, 64. 12 squared, 12 times 12, 144. 6.2 squared, I should have looked that up before I did this, but I didn't. It's 38.44. And 7.5 squared is 56.25. We test you on that because you need it when you find the area of circles. Problem of the day, well done, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so proud of you. And a circle can be cut into equal-sized sectors and arranged to resemble a parallelogram. The resembling a parallelogram, the height of the parallelogram is equal to the radius. Radius, center to edge. All right? And the base B of the parallelogram is equal to 1/2 the circumference of the circle. 1/2. Ooh. All right. That will come into play. So the area of a parallelogram can be written as 1/2 a circle, or base times height. Since the circumference is 2 pi r, and area is that, we know that finding the area of a circle is pi r squared. So if I want to find the area of a circle, I take pi times r squared. Don't forget Pemba. Must do the squared first. 4 times 4, 16. Then times 3.14. All right? So the area for a circle is little bitty and down here. Pi r squared. Do the squared first, then you can take it times 3.14, which is what we'll use as pi. Don't use a pi button on a calculator because you won't get the same answer I'm hoping you'll get. You'll actually be more accurate, but we're just starting, so we'll start here. Don't worry, if they give you the diameter, radius plus radius is diameter, divide by 2 or subtract by radius. All right, so they were nice. 7 is the radius, so 7 squared times 3.14. And if we do that, we get 49 times 3.14. That's all you really have to do. Find the radius, square it, take it times 3.14. This lesson, not too hard. We use the formula they've given us. All right, we plugged that 4 in, or excuse me, that 7 in. We squared it. 49 times 3.14. We multiply and we get approximately 153.8. That means approximately because pi is a never-ending, never-repeating decimal number. All right. This one, the diameter is 18. So when we look at this, we have to think, are we going to use 18? I hope you don't, because we need to use the radius that is 9. Or if we want to use this radius that is 9, that's fine too. But we're going to take 9 squared times pi, or 81 times 3.14. Do the math, get the answer. They did it here for us. Oh, we did the same thing they did. They squared it. They got that. They did the math. 254.34. We're doing area. Feet squared. Because we took 9 feet times 9 feet, and that's why we have feet squared. So 10, same kind of process. Plug it in, plug it in. All right, 10 squared is 100. Now hopefully you know that one's 314. We moved the decimal. All right, our shortcut that we showed you earlier. Again, we'll go on. This one's 12, but hold it. We want radius, so we only look at half. That's 6. All right, so we're going to plug 6 in. 36 times 3.14. Oh, there we go, and the answer is 113 about. Now, we changed things up a little bit just to keep you on there. Notice that we have pi equals 3.14 equals 22 over 7. They're all the same thing. Promise you. You can look it up if you want, or you can trust me. Now, park employees are fitting a top over a circular drain in the park. If the radius of the drain is 14 inches, big drain, what is the area of the top that will cover the drain? Notice, radius is 14. That's a multiple of 7. So, we're going to take 14 squared times 22 over 7. Now, first we must do 14 times 14. Didn't let this, or think this out ahead, so that would be 16 and 1, and that would be 5. That would be 4, that would be 1. So we do our 6, and that's a 9, and that's a 196. So 196 times 22 over 7. Now 196 does just happen to get divided nice and evenly by 7. 7, so we have 2, that's 14, that's a 56. 28, okay, so I can reduce 28. That becomes a 1. So I can do my 28 times 22, and I will have 16 and 5, excuse me. And I will have 16 and 5. So that's 6, that's a 1. We carry our 1. 616 is the answer they come up with. They use 22 over 7 because they can reduce. Notice I had to notice I had to do the square root first before I reduced. Pemba still applies. It always does. Let's see what they show you. Let's go. Alright. Hey! They simplified just like me. They multiplied just like me. And I did get the right answer. They will use 22 over 7 anytime it's a multiple of 7. Remember, you must take the square root first, not the square root, must square the radius first, then you can do that. So Albert was designing a cover for a spa. If the radius of the spa is 7 feet, what is the area of the cover? 49, oh, sorry. Probably shouldn't skip steps. Radius squared, 7 squared times 22 over 7. I must do the square first, so that's 49 times 22 over 7. Oh, that's on a 1. Hey, so that reduces. 22 times 7, 14, 154. I bet they come up with an answer of 154 feet squared. And yes, I forgot the unit on the last one. My apologies. All right. Let's see if they come up with the same deal. Hey, so good, we're off to a good start. Let's see if my math checks out. 49, hey, then they reduced it. And when they multiplied, they got what I got. Wonderful. All right, I think you guys are probably ready, except now they ask for something crazy. But if you think about it, it's not that hard. Find the area of the shaded region. They only want the purple? I'm not sure. Purple part of it? So, use 3.14 per pi and round your answer to the nearest tenth. So, the radius, 1.5. Let's square that. Times 3.14. All right. So, 1.5 times 1.5. Let's go ahead and do the math real quick. That would be 5 with a 2. That's 7. That would be 5. That would be 1. That would be 5. That would be 12. That would be 2. 2 decimals. Oh, 2.25 times 3.14. Now, if I multiply this, that will give me the total area. Do I want the total area? No. I only want half the area. So if I have the whole area and I only want half, I need to divide it into 2. So I'll take whatever I get and I'll divide by 2. Now that's a lot of math that I have to have paper to do, and I'm running out of time, so let's let them crunch the numbers. Okay, we use our item. We get 1.5, we square it, we take it times 3.14. They got 7.07. That's the area of the whole thing. We're not done though, because we only want the shaded part. So we're going to take 7.7 and we're going to divide by 2 and we get 3.535. Alright, that's the shaded region. 3/4! Well, we can use the same process. 2.4 squared times 3.14. If I do 2.4 times 2.4, I'll get my answer. And let's get all the way to the area of the whole circle. Do you see how they used it? They got all the way to the area of the whole circle. We don't want the whole circle. So what they're going to tell us to do is they're going to tell us to take that 18.0864 and I'm going to have you do something. 18.0864. I'm going to tell you to put it over 1, and I'm going to tell you to multiply by 3/4. That's a little bit different than what they did. They divided by 4, which if you look at mine, I'm dividing by 4. Then they subtracted that. That will get you, that's 1/4, that'll get you 3/4 left. Or if you divide by 4 and multiply by 3, you'll do it. So many of you would multiply first, get your answer. Then, whatever that answer may be, you divide by 4. Or you can divide by 4 and realize that's 1/4. Hey, I wanted to take off 1/4. Didn't they leave out 1/4? So I can subtract that 1/4 and get my answer. Hopefully you have enough to do that. Call her with questions. Thank you all. Appreciate you doing the work while I'm gone.